Thank you so much. We were both dating for almost 2 years now, and we were planning to get married in March this year. Then of course the war happened, as everybody knows, in Ukraine, 24th of February. So she woke up to sounds of bombs. She woke up in the morning at 5 o'clock probably. She heard a lot of some bombardment around her house. From far away, she was not in danger at that point, but she heard bombs, and then she called me that, something's happening. I was already awake, so I had the news, so I told her that, the war has started. So after that, next few days of course was a big ordeal because she didn't know what to do. She was in and out of bunkers. There's a bunker near her house. She was with her mom and her dog there. So they were there in the bunkers. We were trying to understand what to do because war is not something that which we imagine in our lives. We've never seen a war in our life. We've seen wars in Kargil at the border, but not in the city. Not in the city. Nobody imagines that. After that, she decided to come to India. For that, the only way to come here was through Poland. So she took a train from Kyiv on the third day. She was there for 3 days. First 3 days she was in the bunkers with her mom. Finally, she decided to take a train to Lviv, which is on the west of Ukraine, which was fairly safer than most of Ukraine. Polish border, it's near the Polish border. So of course there was no train tickets, there's no taxis, nothing. So she just managed to, on the app she put that I'm willing to pay extra. So some driver accepted her offer and he took her to the train station with the mom. Then both of them waited for a train. Her mom stays in Mexico, she's married in Mexico. So she didn't want to leave towards Poland yet. She wanted to come to Poland for India because she already had a plan. So her mom went to a village where her grandmother stays with the dog and she left for Poland. In Lviv, basically they were there for one. I think she'll be able to tell you better.
I will come to her.
In Lviv, basically she was there for one more night in a shelter provided by her office. The people she works with. They had an office there. They converted into a shelter, and from there then she. आपको उस टाइम पे याद होगा पोलैंड बॉर्डर पे there was a big waiting line. A lot of Indians were also there. It was widely reported. So we read that it's taking up to 48 hours to cross the border. People are standing in -3, -4 degrees. They were getting fever. They were getting sick. So she didn't want to, of course, be another one in that line. So then finally she and a couple of her colleagues, they read some news that probably Slovakia is a better way to go. So then they managed to find a bus to Slovakia, which was a longer route. It was about 6-7 hours away from where she was. So they went there. From there they crossed the border on foot. Then they took a mini bus to Poland. Then she was in Poland for 2 weeks where she got her visa to India, and then she came to India.
Okay. Hi Anna, how difficult it was to reach India from Ukraine, and how did you manage?
It was a long trip. It was pretty difficult. Like from Kyiv to Lviv, it took me like 12 hours on a train. Also, I stayed there. From Lviv, it took us 5 hours to reach the border. So we reached there. We stayed there for 4 hours. We've been waiting on the Slovakian border. There was a lot of volunteers helping out people. So like the help that's people provided was immense. Then I reached Poland, and then I had to stay there for 2 weeks. So basically, like my whole trip took me like more than a half a month.
Okay, more than half a month. Okay. Where from did you get the courage to come in like this situation to India?
It's not that you have a courage. It's you get totally exhausted from whatever is going on. You had like you're scared, and then you decide like whatever it is, I'm just going for it.
Okay, it was a question of life and death for you.
Yeah, and also people haven't been sleeping for days, so like everybody were tired and just emotionally exhausted.
So who was the first one who make a call or try to contact to you or you? Who was the first one?
During the war?
Yeah, when you heard about the invasion.
I was awake, so I sent her. I didn't call her. I didn't want to startle her in the morning. So So I sent her a message. So when she woke up, she already heard the bomb. So then she read my message. Then she probably got some calls from her friends as well. So because I was awake that day, I was traveling that day, so I was awake early in the morning. So I got the news first.
Okay, and you inform her.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us something about your job or your family background, if you don't mind. You have grandmother and mother and a dog.
Yeah,
behind you.
yeah. My grandmother, she's living in central Ukraine.
Okay.
With other relatives. My mom, she's married to a Mexican guy, so she's resident in Mexico. And me and my mom, we both got stuck in Kiev. So obviously, she also has to come back at some point. I left to India. My mom also, she went to my grandma, and from there, she also through Polish border left. She's been staying in EU with her friends and waiting for her flight to go back.
During these days, how the authorities were helpful to you get your visa to India?
Yeah, they were super helpful. I mean, maybe you better tell the whole story.
Basically, of course, I didn't know what to do because of COVID anyway. It's a big trouble to get a visa right now because India is only providing 1 month tourist visas right now. So of course I was calling everybody. I'm a lawyer myself, so I was calling all the lawyers. I was reading the law. It was a little complicated because there's no particular visa for this purpose. So there's one visa called Ex-Miscellaneous Visa, which is when you don't have any purpose, you state your purpose, and the government of India has a discretion to give you a certain length of visa, whatever they want. So there's Mr. Vikas Singh, who's President of Supreme Court Bar. I know him personally, professionally also. So he helped me a lot. He helped me get to the right people, at least talk to somebody who can explain what to do. And eventually then I sent her an invite. I wrote to the Indian embassy. They were very helpful. In Poland as well as Kiev, they were replying, short replies, difficult replies, because they are also in a difficult position. But I was getting replies. They were very helpful to us. And she got a visa within 2 days when we applied. So hats off to our embassies, our ambassadors, everybody who's working there. Because even in so much, I was scared that because she's not Indian, because at that point there were so many Indians stuck there. So of course their focus was getting back their stranded Indians. So I was a little worried that maybe they won't, not allow, but they won't take this seriously right now because she's not the priority. Indian people are. But hats off to them. They were very helpful. Everybody. In fact, in those days, everybody I spoke to was very helpful. Like it was overwhelming for me to get so much help and so much love from people.